Hey guys, I'm going to play the song that maybe had the most impact on me this year, or at least the one that moved me the most that I've heard. It's a pretty amazing song. But to lead up to that, I want to talk about a gentleman I know who's on YouTube. He's got a channel called Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure. His name's Johnny G, and he's a long time record collector and DJ, and pretty amazing guy. He's been collecting since the 60s. He's about 200,000 very rare 45s. He collects all the vocal group R&B and rock and roll stuff from the 1950s to early 60s, what we call doo-wop. And he's got ultra rarities, and he runs a show where he'll play original vinyl, and you watch him pick them out, and he'll talk about each record, give you information, and he'll tell stories about record collecting, where he got things, and about different record dealers, and some funny stuff. Very interesting program, even if you're not into doo-wop. Just to appreciate the rarities of these and just music in general. But it's a wonderful music. He'll start in the early 50s, the beginning of the program, and end at the early 60s. And he goes through the years, and he takes requests of ultra rare stuff. And it's really wonderful. Well, anyway, he was fired from his streaming service for playing too many rarities and taking too many requests. And I don't know what they thought, but he was fired very cruelly online. So now he's a man without a job. And I just wanted to kind of shine a little light to him on the YouTube community, on the vinyl community side. I realize people who tune into me for heavy metal or punk rock and stuff are not going to be digging doo-wop. But if you're just curious about record collecting and you want to see something different and hear some really amazing music that came out of this country in the mid-century, like tune into Johnny. Or if you need some romantic stuff in the background sometime, Saturday nights, tune it on. He keeps the streams up. But you could learn a lot, or maybe you could take something away from it. Maybe it's not for you, but you just want to sub him and support him, because he's not going to fill the feed with things. He just runs his show on Saturday nights. Maybe occasionally on a Monday night he'll do a 1960s program, which is all like mid-60s, early 60s rock and roll. But he's a great guy. And the chats, he's got chats. You could ask questions or look, and they're not lively chats like some streams, but the people in the chats are all the old-time collectors, older gentlemen who've been collecting records since the 50s, 60s, and the knowledge of any like 5 guys in that chat is pretty amazing. These record collectors make me look like a nobody, and I've been buying records since I was, 10 years old or whatever. But Johnny G he played a song, and I listen. I try to listen regularly, but sometimes it's background music. I'll multitask. Sometimes I'm listening intently. But one day he playing songs, they're all good. And then one song he played, it was just absolutely amazing. It floored me. And of course, ultra rare. It's like a $4,000 record. Maybe they pressed 100 of them, and then it was repressed later that year. Maybe they pressed another 150 of them, and that's like a $2,000 record. But I somehow landed a bootleg of this, which they probably was only pressed 100 copies too, but I didn't have to pay any money like that. So this song he played, is just pure human emotion, made by probably like a 17-year-old or kids in their late teens, early 20s. No money, no instruments, probably on their mother's stoop they were singing, or on the street corner. And some guy who had no money either put out a record label to put out the one single, pressed a little bit, and then it disappeared. Then someone else, probably with a little bit of money, made another record label and pressed it. It was first on the Penney label in around 1962, and then it was reissued on the Troy label, and both these labels put nothing out but the one record in 1962 and did nothing. The artist's name was just Carlton, but I believe it's Carlton, Beck, and the Senders. And I got a bootleg. Someone bootlegged it in the 90s, and I grabbed it for a pretty cheap price. So I'm going to play this song. It's going to be a little noisy because they just recorded off probably an old copy of those other of an original 45. That is a nice clean vinyl, but you're going to hear the noise from the original grooves recorded on this, and it's just absolutely stunning song. It just changes my mood, and I could feel exactly what the guy's singing about. And there's a beautiful falsetto voice behind him, just free-forming, just adding to the emotion they build on this. But I'm going to play this, and even if doo-wop isn't your thing, just see if you could hear the beauty in American music. Not American, but this one's American, but in music in general.
Does she think of me? I'd like to know. I was the fool who broke her heart. Now I see her face, oh, every place. The girl I left behind, we carved our names on our favorite tree. We were only 16. Then I hurt her so bad. Oh, how she cried when she found out I told her lies. But I'm sorry now, really sorry now, for I soon found out she was for me. I love her so, oh, how I love her so. Oh, where can I find the girl I left behind? Whoa, whoa,
Well, anyway, that was it. Carlton, Beck, and the Senders, The Girl I Left Behind. I hope you dug it. And Johnny, thank you for turning me on to that tune and the hundreds of other tunes you turned me on to. I appreciate it. Cheers all.